Hey girls, it's me. I do apologize if the video is not sped up. I just I've been having trouble. I'm on my Google Pixel, so if I look a little different, that's what it is. I got to let down these back windows at the very least, girl, because it's hot boots. But anyway, I'm gonna give you some topics, some stuff. Actually, something came up on my heart earlier today. I was watching some videos. YouTube has been very boring to me the past few days. If it's not Miss Honey, girl, my mama got my ponytail. I can't put up a ponytail very well. It's just not my gift. So my mom was like, do you want me to do it? And I was like, sure, yeah, since you're offering. And she put this ponytail up exactly how I did. Look at this lump. Just a lump. But anyway, I guess since I'm 25 and she ain't had to put up ponytails every day in quite a while, she's lost her gift. But anyway, I've been on YouTube the past weekend, couple days out the week or whatever, and it's just really been boring. You know, Miss Honey has provided me with my weekly entertainment, as she always does. We love her. Bibliophilic, I always want to say phobic. Bibliophilic is a newer channel, newer to me. I'm not sure. I think she's a newer channel, or she's a channel that has started over or something, because she has some older videos on it. Anyway, who cares? Whatever. She's entertained me with her Ambitions reviews. We all know my poetry. Twisted Life TV has entertained me. But other than that, I mean, I'm sure there are a few more. Alexander Rogers always entertains, and Bonnie Blue, you know, the big ones, they entertain. But YouTube has been kind of boring, so I slid over to, what's her name? Is it Lady T? It's not Lady T 506, who also has entertained me this week. The other one, the big one that's got like a couple 100,000 subscribers. She posted a video about Mario Lopez, and I was like, I keep hearing about Mario Lopez. What did he say? So I clicked the video to see what he said. And I do apologize for the sound and the wind. Baby, it's hot boots, and y'all know I ain't got no air conditioning in this little hoopty. So we got to deal. We have to deal. But I clicked the video and found out that he said something about Charlize Theron's daughter, who is transgender. And I knew about Charlize Theron's daughter. I assume she still goes by Jackson. That was her original name. And if we find out it's a different name, of course I'll call her by her different name. But I've known about Charlize Theron's daughter for quite a while. Now, for those of you that don't know, Charlize Theron's daughter Jackson is adopted, black, and according to Charlize, transgender. Every time I see little Jackson, she's wearing her finest, you know, dresses and outfits and ensembles, braids, bows, ponytails, pigtails, fairy wands, you know, pink nails, you know, all the little girl things. And the story is that she told her mother when she was 3 years old that she was a girl. And Mario Lopez said that he used the word dangerous. He said that as parents, it's dangerous to do that. I don't know. I don't really know what he was trying to say. But Lady T, and I really, is it Lady T? I don't want to be miscalling nobody. So let me go to my history, because I watched it today. I have watched quite a few videos since then. Don't let me drive off. Lovely T. I'm so sorry. Lady T, I didn't mean to drag you into this. I'm sorry. Lovely T. Lovely T-I is how she spells it. She interjected her thoughts and opinions about it, which we are all entitled to do on our channel, so I'm not even shading her, dragging her for that. But she said, basically in this video, she said, well, I've talked about this, when it first came out, and I said what I said back then, and gave, a little flashback of what she said, I guess some months ago, maybe years ago. I don't know how long ago it was that she originally said this, but what she was saying was that at 3 years old, children don't know anything about sexuality, and my kids, I've raised two 3-year-olds, and they wanted to be Spider-Man, and if my child said they wanted to be a puppy, would I let them run around the house and around the neighborhood naked, and eat out of a dog bowl? No, I wouldn't. She was just really kind of going off. And for me, it was just like, okay, first things first. When I was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I wanted to be Tarzan. I wanted to be the most sickening Lady Tarzan out there. I didn't want to be Jane. I called myself Tarzana. I walked around with no shirt on and a pair of shorts. I did step outside a couple times like that, but my mama said, now look, sis, look, okay, we can't be outside. I know you don't have breasts yet, and you really don't even know what they are, but we just can't be outside topless. We're black. The white kids, I know the white kids do it, and sometimes you see your white friends, or you go to the IHOP, and your white neighbor might, her little sister's 2, 3 years old, ain't got no shirt on, but we're black. We don't do that for the girls. But yeah, when I was 3, I wanted to be Tarzana. It had absolutely nothing to do with sexuality, because a child being transgender has absolutely nothing to do with sexuality, which is my second point. Lady T kept saying, and see, this is the thing, the problem I have. I have absolutely no problem with her, like I said, stating her opinion on her platform. That's her business. 100% her business. And if she doesn't agree, I mean, that's her business too, really. Who am I to say you must agree? I'm not gonna make you agree. I'm not. You're going to be you're going to be respectful in my presence. I'm not. I'm not gonna sit here and let you just talk bad about trans people, especially black trans women, because they are getting killed at a crazy high rate. I'm not gonna let you just sit here and talk crazy about black trans women in particular, but trans people. I'm not gonna let you do that, but I'm not going to make you believe what I believe. If you don't think the transgender people are real, or if you think, and Lovely T kept saying something about an agenda. If you think it's an agenda, that's fine. I'm not going to try to browbeat you into changing your mind at all. But what I'm not going to do in my presence is allow you to talk like that. I'm not. And I'm not coming for Lady T specifically. I'm just coming for, well, I guess I am kind of, but I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to start one of those YouTube beefs or anything like that. It's just, my problem here is you're speaking so strongly and you're speaking so poorly about Little Jackson, talking about how kids don't know anything about sexuality, without having the understanding that sexuality and gender are not the same thing. They're not the same thing. I know a gaggle. Every single trans woman that I know personally, and I know this is not the case across the board, but every single trans woman that I know personally likes women. Every one of them that I know. All the ones I go kick it with at the function, that were born assigned male and have transitioned or are about to transition, thinking about transitioning, whatever it is, or aren't going to transition but still say they're a woman. Every single one of them I know likes women. So, some of them are lesbians, some of them are bisexual, all of them are women. Each of them. Those things don't go hand in hand. They're not the same thing. So for you to be like, a child doesn't know anything about sexuality, that very well may be the case, but Little Jackson may know that she's a girl. And the thing about it is, do your research. There are things that I don't agree with that I research to make sure I don't agree with them. And the things that I do agree with, I also research to make sure I do agree with them. I have studied, I have watched, I have Googled, I have looked up transgender, I guess you would call them cases, individual people, just in case, maybe one day I wake up and I'm like, I think I might be a man. So far it hasn't happened, but it could. Or if my little brother or little sister come to me and say, I'm not the gender that you thought I was, surprise, it could happen. My nieces, nephews, anybody could just call, why are you driving so slow? Make this turn. Make the turn. Where are you going, to this little hotel? Girl, don't nobody even stay here. You gonna get shot. But yeah, if my nieces, nephews, cousins, aunties, uncles, grandparents, anybody comes to me and says, I really think I'm a different gender than what I originally thought and what you originally thought, I would just be like, oh, okay, cool. Okay, I have information if you need it. Call me, I can help you, I can walk you through. I have people that I can get you in contact with, and this, that, and the other. Gender and sexuality don't go hand in hand. The second part of this, or I guess maybe I'm on the third, I don't know what point I'm on, but the next point that I want to get to is children do often say that they want to be this and they want to be that. And she said, her kids wanted to be Spider-Man when they were 3, and okay, but even at 3 years old, children can pretty well understand the difference between what I'm capable of being and what I want to be. And Charlize Theron made it very perfectly clear to little Jackson that she is capable of being a girl if she is a girl. Period. Like, y'all think that it's an agenda and y'all think that people are enabling their children. The same thing goes for when Megan Fox lets her child I done missed it. No, I didn't. Okay. When Megan Fox lets her child, what is back there? My mama been in my car today and it's just not coming together. When Megan Fox lets her child dress in tutus and dresses and this, that, and the other, and I'm not sure if Megan Fox's child, is transgender or what, but people criticize that, and it's just like, just because they're letting their quote-unquote sons put on what they want to put on, now all of a sudden there's an agenda. That's so crazy to me. Because when I was a child, when I was 3, I got into my mama's makeup and beat my face down boobs and still went across the yard and played football with my cousins. There was no agenda. I wore my mama's high heels across the yard to play football with my cousins. There was no agenda. And today, at 25 years old, I go to the men's section at Old Navy and give me a little shirt, and then I go to Sephora and give me some some foundation. Like, it ain't who I was at 3 is who I am today. And if Jackson says that she's a girl today and she decides in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you know what? I'm a boy. Who is it hurting that Charlize let Jackson experience being what Jackson said that she or they wanted to be? Like, whose feelings are hurt by that? It don't bother me at all that little Jackson is out here pumping it in her, finest ladies wear. She has an older sister. I think the sister's older, and they can just, get into each other's makeups and all of that. And like, I had boy cousins around me growing up, and my younger siblings are way younger than me, so we didn't really, it wasn't like we growing up together. It wasn't really none of that. It wasn't a lot of that. But I would have enjoyed, having a girl around to help me get my beat together. My little 7-year-old beat. This is my new look, my new face. But I had boy cousins, so me and my boy cousins did boy cousin things. We played football, we played basketball, hockey, soccer, whatever all the the little boys were doing. I was out there doing it too, with my lip gloss and my ponytails and my purse. You know, like, and I was tackling the hardest. I was like, I was the roughest one out there. It wasn't a big deal. My dad bought me, one Christmas I asked for exclusively all boy toys, and my grandma was like, "You're not gonna ask for a Barbie at least?" I was like, "No, I want all of these toys from the boys section at Toys R Us." And my dad bought all of them for me. All of them. And it was just like, all right, she want to play with race tracks and boy whatevers, the blue ones, let her play with the blue ones. And here I am today. I still go by she, her. I still date boys, and I will still beat my face if and when I have to. Like, girl, when I feel like it, really. Not when I have to, but when I feel like it. So I don't understand who y'all hurting, or who is hurting y'all by putting on their finest lady regalia, even if you see them as a boy. I don't see how it's dangerous, because again, I fluttered in and out of boy and girl experiences growing. Oh, girl, that's dark. I thought it was going. I thought the street lights had me. Boy and girl experiences growing up, and I'm still she. I'm still that girl. I'm still the doll. Still. Like, period. I don't understand. But whatever, girl. I just really thought that she, Lovely T, especially in saying that children don't understand sexuality as a part of her argument, when this has absolutely nothing to do with who Jackson may be attracted to growing up, and thinking of a 3-year-old in a sexual manner, thinking of what they may like sexually, is weird. It's really, really freaking weird. But whatever, girl. I'm down here where I'm supposed to be. So I'll call y'all later for something eventually. Let me pull in right here. I'm not trying to make it look like I'm drive-by-ing, girl. I'm just trying to pull in. Anywho, I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.